Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be reviewing 10 frames today. So for our video lesson, you need a whiteboard or a blank piece of paper, something to write with. You're also going to need two 10 frames. I have mine just on a piece of white paper. You're going to need something to fill in your 10 frames with. I have little orange pieces of paper. You can use anything you like that's going to fit inside of your 10 frame squares, but you need at least 15 to 20 little pieces of paper. Also, to play a game with our 10 frames, you need a deck of playing cards. I took out all of the queens, jacks, kings, and aces, so I just have the number 2 through 10 inside my deck of cards. Let's review our 10 frame. A 10 frame is a long box with 10 spaces. To show a number on a 10 frame, we fill the top row first, and then we move on to the bottom row. When the top row is filled, you have 5 objects. We always fill in the boxes from left to right, just like reading a book. When both rows are filled, you have 10 objects in your 10 frame. When using two 10 frames for a number larger than 10, we fill the top row, then the bottom row of the first frame before starting the top row of the second frame. Okay, grab your 10 frames. We're going to practice filling in numbers on our 10 frame. So this is where we're going to use our deck of cards. I'm going to start by flipping over a number and seeing what I get. So I have the number 9, so I now want to show the number 9 inside of my 10 frames. So can you do that with me? We make sure we start on the top row of our first 10 frame, and we fill in going from left to right, just like when we're reading a book or we are writing a word in a sentence. So here we are. Here's the number 9 on our 10 frame. We have one space left open. All right, let's try another one. So clear your board. And here's my next card. I have, the number 10. So how can you show me the number 10 on your 10 frame? The whole frame will be filled up. So here's our 10. Okay, let's do another one. Clear your boards again. I have the number 3. So let's show the number 3 on your 10 frame. Here it is. We have the number 3. So you can keep using your deck of cards to practice filling in different numbers on your 10 frame. We can also fill in numbers that are bigger than 10. So let's try one that's a larger number than 10. It's going to be the number 13. Can you show me the number 13 on your 10 frame? We do the same thing. We start on the top row of our first 10 frame. We fill in going from left to right. And when you filled in your entire first 10 frame, then you can go on to your next 10 frame. So for 13, I have one 10 frame filled up with 10 squares, and then I have 1, 2, 3 filled in for the bottom one. All right, let's do one more. How about the number 17? Can you show me 17 on your board? Okay, here we are. We have 17 boxes filled in on my two 10 frames. Good work. we can also use a 10 frame to help us combine numbers together or add numbers together. So my equation is 10 plus 4 is 14. So I want to show how 10 plus 4 would look on a 10 frame. So I used my first number 10 and I used one color and I filled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots on my 10 frame, and then I picked another color for my second number, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 10 red and 4 pink, and when I count them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 spaces filled in. Let's take a look over here. We have 9 plus 7 is blank. So I'm going to use my first color to show 9 spots in my 10 frame. Here's my first 5 on the top row. And remember, we only need 9. If it helps you to count out loud, or you can count in your head as you're filling in your 10 frame. So here's my first 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to change to a different color to show the second number in my equation, which is 7. So remember, I still have one space open in this 10 frame, so I'm going to start there for my number 7. Have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can now count. I know that I have 9 blue, and I'm adding that with 7 red, and I can count to figure out how many I now have all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 16 all together. So our 10 frames help us show numbers, and it also helps us combine numbers together. Okay, so I have my 3 on my 10 frame, and our next card is going to be 9. So let's show 9 on our 10 frame, starting right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So here's what 9 plus 3, or 3 plus 9 is on our 10 frame. And we know that one whole 10 frame is 10, so I'm going to start counting from 10. So I have 10, and I'm going to count on. So we have 10, 11, 12. So when we have the number 9 plus 3, or 3 plus 9, we know it's the number 12. Good work, guys. So you can keep practicing. You can even pick bigger numbers. You can write out your own numbers. You can pick your own numbers and write them down on your whiteboard. So if I want to do some bigger numbers that's not in my deck of cards, I could start with the number 9 plus 11. So we can try 9 plus 11 on our 10 frame. So let's do that one. What is 9 plus 11 going to look like? So we're going to start with our first number, the number 9. And now let's add 11 to our 10 frame. Remember, we're going to start right here and finish our first 10 frame before moving on to our next 10 frame. So we're going to count out 11. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And when you finish, you're going to have 2 10 frames all filled up. So when we have one 10 frame, it's 10. This 10 frame is 10, but we can count by 10s and go 10, 20. So our 9 plus 11 equals 20. Great work, guys. I hope you liked reviewing 10 frames with me and adding our numbers together on our 10 frames. I'll see you next time.